Hey Leo, this is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration. We're going to take a look at your July for Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's take a quick peek. Here we go. Hello again, Leo. So thank you for tuning in. And I want to encourage you along the way as you're enjoying this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. So if you haven't been with me before, or you have, you know that I like to use multiple decks. So I'm just going to clear these decks with some Palo Santo here. We're going to be using the Goddess Power deck, Oracle deck. We're also going to be using the Awakened Soul Oracle deck. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to clarify all of this with some tarot, the Light Seers Tarot. Let me clear that as well with some great Palo Santo. Don't you love Palo? I love it. Not as strong as Sage, but, you know, as far as like aroma or smoke, if you will. But man, really does the trick. Nice, gentle clearing. So let's get from the Goddess Power. This is Divine Month. I've declared it Divine Month. July 2021. So we're going to get some help from our goddesses first. And then we're going to look at that Awakened Soul and see where the focus should be. So can I get one card? Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh my gosh, this has to be probably one of my favorites of the entire of the deck. Isis. We say Isis here, but it should be Isis. Rebirth. Leo, how beautiful for this month. Now we're going to get two cards from the Awakened Soul for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here's the first one. We've got some change that goes right along hand in hand with rebirth. So change. And one more card, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here we go. And guidance. Let me tell you from these two then as well, what we've got going on already over here. Move that mouse out of the way. Leo, July is going to be right at the end of July is your season. So I would expect there to be this push for like huge change in your life. Leo, sometimes I know being fixed fire, that can be kind of difficult for you. Let me just grab this, guys. You know, you get on a path and you get happy with that path and you get excited about that path and you really want to continue and finish it off. There are people all along the way that you have interacted with, maybe that you're attached to. You could be in a relationship with these people or this person. It could be your boss, and it's been a long time boss. You know, you've been there for forever, you know, 5, 10, 15 years perhaps, or, you know, just a dear friend of yours. And because of that sense of loyalty, you know, you're like, I don't want to see this fail. I don't want to see you fail. I don't want to let you down, but I'm kind of dying inside. But I know I need to branch off. But I know I need to do something different. But I know that there's more within me that I've not yet allowed to come about. The interesting thing with Isis being the card for rebirth, if you know the story of Isis and Osiris, or Osiris, you know, Osiris was murdered, and then, but that was Isis's husband, Isis, I'll have to say Isis's husband, and she goes down into the death realm, and he was like dismembered, right? And she puts him all back together again and raises him from the dead. So he was put together and resurrected brand new, right? All the aspects of him were put and reunified. He was remembered, and then he was resurrected. He was reborn. So all of these aspects of you that you have left behind, that you've had to put down to the side, that you've not been able to express, all of these things, all of this needs to come, is going to be getting to bubble up. And during the month of July, and I would say as we enter into your season here, closer to the end of the month, right? You're going to find yourself basically fighting to be reborn. You're going to basically say, I've got to break out. I've got to make this change, because otherwise I'm just going to die. Figuratively. I'm just going to not be happy. You're not allowing your creativity to flow. You're not allowing that, that just joyfulness, like you're finding yourself not being able to be joyful, having to stifle all of that, having any of your ideas, hey, let's go do this, or let's start this, or, you know, what have you. Any of those ideas are being shot down and just like, no, we're not gonna do that, right? Or, you know, can't do that. And I feel very strongly like it is stifling you. It is literally causing you to die on the vine. It is literally causing major, major issues. Now, we have from the awakened soul change and guidance. I would seek to hear from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, very much so from your ancestors with this Isis card. I would seek to hear from them. I would seek to, let me just change this so it's straight. Sorry, guys. I would seek to get guidance from your mentors. If you don't have a mentor yet, I would strongly suggest getting one. Working with somebody that has been in a realm that you wish to go into, in a business or whatever, or just has had the life experience. And I would really seek their guidance. I would also seek guidance from your inner self and from your inner soul. You know that you're ready for this change, but change for you can be a little bit scary, because again, there's this sense of guilt sometimes that you feel, and shame if you leave somebody behind. You have to understand, right, Leo, that love of self, that loyalty to yourself has to come first in these areas. Because if you're not loyal to yourself first, you're not going to be able to be of service to the collective. You're not going to be able to be as creative. You're not going to be able to be as out there and open and just loving to the collective and fulfilling your purpose if you don't take care of yourself. So this change is very important to you and for the furtherance of your divine walk, of walking as a divine being. Energy coming towards you is Two of Pentacles. So we're going to be moving into balance, right? You've been juggling a lot, and I do see you still juggling some things in July. The energy you're bringing to the table is this Three of Wands. We're going to pull 5 cards. So this is energy coming towards you, energy that you're bringing to the table this month. Oop. I'm just going to take this and just kind of look at it. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Tower, and I'm going to put these together as the energy that's coming towards you that you may not be aware of, and what's going to help you actually as to get past that energy and get over it and through it. And then the energy, the outcome or advice, is the World. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a really quick break. I want you to take 1 minute and just watch this while I hear from Spirit and we finish up the reading. Hang on 1 second.
Stressed, unhealthy, and lost. You feel like no one understands you. You feel stuck in the matrix, stuck in the trap, and don't know how to get out and stay out. You want to take your power back, understand and live from your spiritual side. You know there's more to your spirituality than just religion, and you feel like you need more knowledge. But there's no one to teach you in a way that makes sense and doesn't take years. My name is Dr. Lisa Brewer, and I help people just like you every day to live their divine life, walk in their divine purpose, and unleash their divine nature to lead fulfilled lives. And in just 2 short days, we will take you from novice to divine god or goddess. We will help you tap into the cosmic energy that you know is there and activated within you. If you want to start living in your divine nature, sign up for this 2-day virtual event, July 24th through the 25th, 2021. You can go to my website, www, and register. The cost is only $222 for over 14 hours of instruction, and the Divine Box, let me tell you, is by itself worth over $50 in value. So don't wait to do this though, beloved, because space is limited. Your divine is calling. Are you ready to unleash your divine potential?
All right, so don't forget, go to my website, www.heartofinspiration.net, and register today for that Unleash Your Divine event. Tickets are going quickly. Space is limited. All right, we're looking to see you there. Now, energy coming towards you is Two of Pentacles. You've been juggling so much. You've been juggling other people's stuff. You've been juggling other people's priorities and your own. You've been seeking to find this balance. I feel like for some of you, like money seems to be like not really, it's not that there's money issues, but you feel like money's leaving you too fast, or you're having to spend it on things that you don't necessarily want to spend it on. And you're not getting to really enjoy, this summer. You're not really getting to enjoy the things that you thought that you would, by this point, like once things started opening and whatnot, like you thought you were going to be able to get out here and do some things for you and enjoy the great outdoors, or just enjoy, pampering yourself in some way. And that's not happening because you're too busy juggling everything. Also, some of you don't have work-life balance. Either you're working too much, or you're not working enough, or should I say you're not working enough in what you want to work in. So you have no balance. And you're doing, again, so much stuff, taking on so many other people's burdens. Here we have Judgment. You're not living your own life's purpose. And you feel and hear and know Spirit is calling you to your purpose and wanting you to come up here and finally do what you've been called to and what you wanted to do, right? Here's the Page of Wands. You're super inspired to do something new. You really want to. You want to just be free. And this is this rebirth. It's time to come out and come forth and be reborn and be free. You are bringing to the optimist, right? You are bringing to the table this Three of Wands energy. I love this, right? Here's a surfer girl, and she knows that big wave is coming in, boy, and she's going to ride that wave. There's a wave, right? And literally this happened in Cancer's reading as well. Death and rebirth. I don't even know that I need to even say anything more. Like, honestly, let this garbage die so that you can be reborn. The energy that could be an obstacle is the Tower. This is a Tower moment. This is major change. This is major change. Major. Like, you are really going to have to finally say, I'm not going down this merry-go-round anymore. With the Moon, there are secrets there. Either you feel like that person has some secrets. You might feel like they know where the bodies are buried, so to speak. But you're harboring also a lot of emotion around this. Like, I can see where you're not being open with yourself and with the other party that's involved here, where you're just really withholding like your true feelings about things. Some of you might have some secrets behind, somewhere back in the back, secret lovers, right? Could be that as well. But I just feel like you're not being open and honest. And honestly, the other party isn't either. But the greatest thing is you're not being honest with yourself. You can't live this way much longer and expect to not really begin to fall into like depressions or anxieties or something. Like, you're not going to be happy. There is nothing in this situation that is going to continue to make you happy. It is time for you to break out of it. And the Sun card can also be you. So I feel like this definitely is you getting in your own way. You're not even sure if brighter days are on the other side of it. Some of you are afraid that if you go through this change and let it die and allow yourself to be reborn, that maybe, again, you know, we do say the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but we say grass isn't always greener on the other side. That doesn't mean the grass isn't greener. That just means it's not always greener. And if you've been dealing with this as long as I'm sensing some of you guys have, it is honestly time. It is past time. And that's why you feel so stifled. That's why you feel like so constricted. This 8 of Cups you have, this is what's going to help you get past this. You've got to start leaving behind those things that no longer are serving you, that are no longer of your highest good, right? Living divine. 7 of Wands, protect your heart, protect yourself. Like, be very self-centered. Be very, like, aware of what's really honestly good for you. And the Fool, and honestly what's good for you is a restart, a rebirth. I don't know how many different ways, right? The Fool starts the whole journey. This is the Fool's journey. Fool is born and goes on this whole journey in the tarot. I don't know what else we have to do here. What else needs to be said? Outcome or advice, the World. Let the past die. Let the chapter close. As the chapter closes, we have the Queen of Wands. You're going to feel so much better about yourself, have so much more self-confidence, be able to express your creativity and your passions. The Star card, then you start to get this wish fulfillment of that higher self, of what is of your higher good. Like, you really can finally see it, and then you can finally actually create it with that Aquarian energy. And with the Emperor, you're standing in your own power. Like, you're finally saying, you know what, I'm gonna put me first, and it's really okay, and everyone's gonna be just fine with it. And if you're not, it's a wrap. Nobody cares, right? Like, and you shouldn't. At the end of the day, you've given everything that you can to this other person or this other party or this job or whatever the situation is. And so it's time for you to do for you, Leo. It's time for us to hear you roar. We need you. We need that king of the jungle, the queen of the jungle. We need that those big ideas and those big thoughts and that big energy. We need your heart. Okay, so move into this before we get to the 8-8 Lionsgate, right? August 8th. Before we get to that big change, let's get this rebirth in motion so that we can come into August in a huge way and make a big splash. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, thank you so much for being with me. I so very much appreciate it. Don't forget, down in the description box below, there's a link for you to be able to register today for that Unleash Your Divine event on July the 24th and the 25th in your season. And then also you're going to get like a really cool light box that goes with it, but all this on that website. And listen, if you want to work with me and come on in and start working with Lightworker Academy and stepping into your purpose, there's a link down below as well for you to just give me a call, like get some time on my calendar. You're going to be able to give me a call. We're going to talk one-to-one, talk about where you're at right now and what your rebirth should look like or could look like, right? And let's see how you can finally step into your purpose. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so very much. Namaste. Bye.